Welcome, guys, back to the Talkaholics Podcast. This is Razia.
And this is Iman.
And today we're going to go through a famous Reddit thread. You've probably seen it all over, actually TikTok. That's probably where I've seen most of it, of screenshots. Am I the Asshole is like the greatest thread ever. The funniest shit's there. The craziest shit. Really dark shit.
Yes.
But today we've picked a post each that we're going to go through and just give our reactions to. And then, guys, you can partake too. Leave your comments. And tell us if our takes are correct. We'll tell you what Reddit thought, and then we'll tell you what we thought. But Iman, you want to go first with yours, or read through mine?
I can go first. Okay. So, am I the asshole for hiding my pregnancy and showing up to sister-in-law's baby shower? Okay. I, 23 female, am currently 8 months pregnant. We have been keeping it a secret and plan to tell people around this time. But a few months after my pregnancy, my sister-in-law, 26, found out she was pregnant. And then it just felt awkward to announce. We wanted to wait for the right time. I've been married to my husband for only 6 months, but we've been together on and off since we were 14, permanently together since we were 16. When we were 17, we found out I was pregnant. I had complications. I gave birth to my preemie stillborn at 25 weeks. So this pregnancy, we've been extra cautious and secretive. I haven't seen family much these past few months, and I carry small. But as I developed a bump, I've been wearing hoodies and loose clothing. With that, I kind of just looked like I gained weight. We were hesitant on me going. I was just going to send my husband with a gift of mine, but sister-in-law said she really wanted me there. I decided to try my best to hide the bump and go.
Yeah.
It was all going well. No one noticed. I mean, I got a few looks, but no one asked me anything. Then, about an hour in, I started having tiny cramps that eventually got more aggressive. I told my husband, we need to leave. I need to go to the hospital.
Right.
As we're walking, a sharp pain hit me, and I grabbed the picnic table next to me and almost stumbled over, causing attention to myself. I really thought I was in labor. The pains were getting so intense. People started surrounding us, asking what was the matter, and my husband says, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Something's going on. We have to leave. He was panicked himself. He rushed me to the hospital. By the time we got to the hospital, my pains had subsided. They said it was false labor. My husband and I both had angry text messages from sister-in-law and other guests at the party about us hiding the pregnancy, how messed up it was, and how they couldn't believe I showed up pregnant and was secret about it. How I had a baby stunt at someone else's shower.
Oh my
Just a lot
God.
of not nice texts. Not one asking if I was all right.
Oh my God. Oh my. I think this is pretty clear, but I'll let you go for it.
I'm going to say I don't think she's the asshole
she's
at all. Like, what do you mean? I feel like she was trying to, I guess, take the path of least resistance.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was trying to be nice and not take, the shine away from her sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law was the one who suggested or insisted that she was at the party to begin with, right? But I think you'd be surprised about what Reddit thinks because it's pretty split.
Okay.
So someone was like, firstly, congratulations on your pregnancy, and I'm glad you and baby are both healthy. That being said, in this instance, you're the asshole. And basically they were like, you're 8 months along, and then you go to your sister-in-law's baby shower, without telling her you're pregnant. That's so disrespectful. And people who are saying she's the asshole is like, you could have just told her before, just called her up and be like, hey, by the way, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Should I still come to the party? But I'm like, what? What do you mean? First of all, I don't understand this. I don't understand this whole idea that they're, you announcing that you're pregnant takes away from someone else's pregnancy.
This is I was gonna
I don't
say,
get that.
I think that the difference between the people who said that she's the asshole and not the asshole are the people who give a shit about baby showers to begin with. Because
but I don't get it. Okay, great, she's pregnant, but you're celebrating you. It's your baby shower. Yeah. So if someone shows up pregnant, okay, maybe for 2 seconds they're like, oh my God, she's pregnant. But at the end of the day, it's your baby shower. Yeah. The focus is on you regardless.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's the people who are that have put baby showers and that kind of stuff, milestone stuff, on such a pedestal of how dare you even have this as part of your life and do something at the same time, which is so. It's different if she was making it a competition. It's different if she made it a show. But she, at every point, went out of her way. She didn't want to show up. Yeah. She wore something that, would hide it. And this is all under the assumption that she herself chose to have a problem and admit herself to the hospital. How's
Yeah, like the
that under
only
control?
reason why anybody found out was because she thought she was going into labor. And on top of that, she was pregnant before the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell anybody because they had a miscarriage. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like context,
Context,
guys.
everything.
Like,
yeah.
I can't believe no one was like, oh my god, are you okay? No. How could you show up to my baby shower pregnant?
It's why I'm so irked right now, because it's just like the fact that all of them had the audacity while she's in the hospital to send angry text messages, like crazy to me.
That's insane.
Crazy to me.
That's insane.
Absolutely.
I don't understand that. I guess it's like similar to like if someone proposes at your wedding.
Yeah, I think that's night and day different. I really think that's night and day different. That's a choice.
That's a choice. Yeah, you're right. She was pregnant. She didn't choose to be pregnant. You're right. You're right.
If she also chose to, like, it wouldn't have. Nobody probably wouldn't have gone. If she is saying she can't be visible at 8 months, which is crazy. Like,
yeah, it just looked like she gained weight.
Yeah, then that means if it wasn't for the cramping situation, which again isn't her fault, something she chose, then it's not something that needed to. Like I literally think it's not her problem. Nothing she did was intentionally bad. No, my last thoughts on this is just that, like, I think if the lady who was 8 months pregnant, if she was already this cautious from the beginning, probably she had an idea that somebody might get mad if she wasn't careful about it to begin with. You know, if you're already that precautious and wearing hoodies and like all this stuff, and then like I can't blame her. I don't know. I think it's silly.
I at the end of the day, I don't think she's the asshole. I don't understand people's. I don't get why people have to get upset, but again, that's just my perspective. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think she's the asshole. And let us know what you guys think in the comments, I guess, or if you guys agree with us or disagree with us. But yeah, I think she did as much as she could, and it just didn't work out the way she wanted it to work out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, mine is pretty short.
Okay.
And it's kind of on the silly end, but whatever.
Okay, no, love that.
Am I the asshole for singing a song to my wife at her wedding and making her angry?
Okay.
I just got married last week. My wife and I are both in our 30s. I am Mexican, she's American, but we grew up in the US, and both our families know both languages. My wife planned every bit of the wedding and was a very controlling and nervous bride, but all right, I get that. She was stressed. During the reception, I went to the band and asked them to play a song for me to sing to my new wife.
Okay.
It was Te Amar, which I hope I'm saying that right, by Miguel Bose. It was a song from our first date in a really bad Mexican restaurant, so it became a long-standing joke between us. The guests really loved the song. My mother-in-law cried, and she told me it was beautiful. But my bride seemed upset. I asked her what's wrong, and she said, I'm an asshole for taking the spotlight to enforce my ethnicity and not just let the band sing our song for us. Am I the asshole?
Wait a second.
It took a twist, didn't it?
Wait a second. I'm also taking the spotlight to enforce my ethnicity.
So there's the thing. So I read this in the beginning going, okay, she's probably mad because maybe it was embarrassing.
Like it wasn't part of the schedule. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, something like that. It was maybe he's not a good singer. Maybe it was like a little too. It's an inside joke, but not meant for everybody, kind of thing. But the twist, the little spice at the end.
I'm shocked.
I
don't think you should be married. What do you mean?
Yvonne goes right for it.
No, but like, first of all, he's not the asshole. First of all, it's not even like he did something that would embarrass her or like put her down or anything like that. It's a nice inside joke, a nice memory of their first date, and he decides to play the song, and it's supposed to be a wholesome moment. Her mom cried, for God's sake.
But my thing is, especially if everyone received it really well and he went out of his way. Like, I think if I'm the wife and I was quote unquote controlling and like really organized about the whole thing, my thing would be like how sweet that he brought in a band and had this whole segment that he wanted to make his own like unique spot for the wedding. But
I mean, I can understand having a little bit of annoyance if you're the type of person who's like type A and you had like a schedule, you prepped everything, and then like someone randomly brings in, but it's not even someone, it's your husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I get the annoyance when it's like external family members who decide they want to do something on your wedding and it's like not part of the plan. Like that's annoying. I get that. But like the person you're marrying, this is also his wedding. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just yours.
I think to make it about race,
and also to make it about his ethnicity. Like,
what?
You're marrying someone who has a cultural background.
Yeah.
He said she's American. I'm assuming maybe
American, but no Spanish. So, but like
no, but I'm saying like, is she white? Is that what he's trying to say?
just not Mexican as far as we know. Yeah.
I feel like if
we're like, well,
I feel like if he calls her
there's a
American,
common
she's
denominator here.
probably white. I just find that so odd. Like how is that? It's his wedding too. How is that stealing the spotlight? That sounds like you just wanted it to be about you, and you don't. It's not about being married. It's not about having this beautiful union. It's just about you being a bride. Like, that's weird.
Okay, so just so you know, and you have a restored to faith in humanity. Everybody said that he's not the asshole.
Okay, I would hope so.
I'm just trying to look through what most people said, but like. A lot of people are just joking in the comments.
And it's just because
in English.
The song is a Spanish song.
Yeah.
You want him to translate it?
No, the people are joking.
Okay.
To be like, sing it in English next time, because it would have.
That's actually crazy. And he said that both families know the language.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a good jokey bit without going too far. I don't know.
I think that's cute.
And then
I would have been like, aw.
Even if it's a time thing, max the song is probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, like really, you probably cut short some dancing or something. You know, it's not like he interrupted like their first dance or the cake cutting or something. I can't believe that. That's a huge red flag. Can you imagine you're married? You're married. It's done. Yeah. And then
somebody's like
something that big.
Oh, you're being too Mexican for me. Can you imagine? God forbid. That's so terrible.
No.
Terrible. It was really funny. I thought it was like
that's insane.
Like out of all things, I love the little twist at the end. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Thinking about that.
Okay. So our ruling is he's not the asshole, and you need to either your wife needs to take some cultural sensitivity training, or you guys need to reevaluate.
You need DNI counseling.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on there. Because that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
That's so funny. No, I thought there's a lot of these posts that we can go through for other episodes. I think this is like a great part one, personally. Do you want to go through this next one or one?
I just saw that, and that is really funny. Like, I feel like we should do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So this one is titled "Am I the Asshole for Leaving a Wedding to Eat at McDonald's?" I didn't read through this whole thing, so yeah, I love the title. Hi, I'm a female 25. Recently, my colleague, female 31, invited me to her wedding, which happened yesterday. I was super excited and happy for her. Just in case, I asked her if there were any guest fees, and she said, no, you don't need to pay me anything. Great.
That's such an odd question to ask for a wedding. Is that a normal thing? Sorry, I don't mean to
We're about to find out.
Okay, good.
On the day itself, everything went well until it was the time for reception, dinner time. To my shock, I was presented with a wedding menu that had prices on it. Prices in italics, which is great. For example, steak $50. Everything was ridiculously expensive, including the vegetarian options. At first, I wanted to question her because, well, she lied to me that I didn't have to pay for anything. But it was her wedding, and I didn't want to spoil her day by embarrassing her in front of everyone. However, the only other option was to simply not eat, as I didn't bring enough money for both a meal and a ride back. This was completely unfavorable, as I had skipped my lunch to save space for the wedding meal and was pretty hungry. Suddenly, I remembered that I saw a McDonald's about 5... I love suddenly.
Suddenly. It came to me.
Yeah, I was just going to say. About 5 minutes away from the hotel. As tactically as I could, I asked the bride if I could make a quick stop to McDonald's as I didn't bring enough money for the reception meal. I said that I'd be back in time for the gift ceremony and cake. I thought she'd agree, but to my horror, she got really upset. She said that she put in so much effort to get this Michelin star restaurant service, yet I still wasn't happy. That I was trying to bring her down by saying that I'd rather eat McDonald's. Alarmed, I said that I didn't mean it that way. I just didn't have the cash for it. She's unscoffed, saying, whose fault is that? Holy fuck. Although I was trying to keep in my anger, those words really pissed me off, so I told her, you were the one who lied, that I didn't need to pay for anything. Oh my god, they're going at it at the wedding. Getting angry as well, she replied, what I meant was there was no attendance fee. What the fuck?
Attendance fee?
What the? Is this a concert? You literally assumed that you'd get a free 5-course dinner. Wow, you're cheaper than I thought. With a glare, she asked me to leave her wedding. I did. Dumbstruck, I think is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And rather her And on my way home, I grabbed a Big Mac. LOL. Back at home, I told my boyfriend everything and asked if I was the asshole. He thought it was a funny story, but said I was an asshole. If I didn't have the money, I could always pay her back later. In his exact words, he said, "You chose the wrong time to be stingy." Yeah, unreal. Like, I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. My other friends agree as well, saying that it was not tactful for me for doing that at the wedding, and although she lied, I should have just brushed it off instead of dampening her spirits. After hearing their opinions, I felt quite guilty and embarrassed. However, that one little part of me still thinks that it's justified because one, she lied to me, and two, publicly humiliated me. Help me out. Am I the asshole? Iman, I need to know your take.
Okay, I don't think she's an asshole. I think the one area she went wrong is maybe she shouldn't have asked her if she could go to McDonald's. Like, why bring it up to the bride? Just go.
I literally had the same
I'm assuming
thought.
She was like in transit or something. Like they were going from one place to the reception or something like that, right? That's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
So like, just say you hit traffic, go to McDonald's, or just sneak out and go to McDonald's, eat your food, and come back and maybe order an appetizer. Like something that was cheap.
Cause my thing, okay, I get it if it's like a super intimate wedding of like it's a tiny few people and it's very obvious if you leave.
That's true.
But in the assumption that she had a 5-star Michelin meal, then there's a lot of people there, right? If it's already that bougie, she fully could have left. Mm-hmm. Even if the bride noticed that she left, likelihood of the likelihood of the bride confronting her at the wedding, then and there, very low. Yeah, have the fight afterwards. So exactly, like, that's fine. But I still don't understand. For me,
I'm so confused by the pricing.
My biggest surprise, and Am I the Assholes always turn into this of like the people that they then turn to just double check because they feel bad. And then they're the ones who tell them the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay, I don't understand her boyfriend makes it sound like she had money on her, but she said she did not have the money on her. She didn't have enough to get home and pay for a meal.
Yeah. So what did her do?
That sounds like she's gonna pick the option to get her home. You know what I mean? Like, and
there's maybe she could have involved this. It's very expensive. Clearly, like the whole endeavor, like of her attending this.
I've never been to a wedding where you have to pay for anything.
Literally,
that's literally you're inviting people to your wedding. I don't see why you would ask people to pay for anything.
The first comment
it makes no sense.
That is upvoted by like 37K is I've never been to a wedding where the guests pay for their meal, not the asshole. Like that's
literally I'm so confused by that. And first of all, what's an attendance fee?
The audacity for her to say
attendance fee. It's not a concert. You're not a celebrity. Even if you were a celebrity, if you're inviting someone to your wedding, you take on those costs. That's literally you're having the party. You chose to have the celebration, so that's on you and your family. You don't ask for guests to, especially, and they're bringing gifts too. Mm-hmm. So then on top of that, they're paying for the meal, and they brought you gifts.
And she got a hotel, so she's staying.
And she got a hotel. That's wild to me. That's definitely it has to be a white person thing. I'm so sorry because what? No.
I mean yes, but also I don't. Again, all these Am I the Assholes are the same predicament of like in the beginning, if she had the kindness to ask in advance, should I expect anything to pay for?
Which is also a very interesting thing to ask because like that sounds like it's normal.
Yeah, but also this is my thing. Like,
she did ask exactly
that all the people who are falsely told that they're the asshole in a situation are the ones who go out of their way to like do this crazy amount of steps in advance to like make sure that they don't bother her, but then it ends up being that way regardless of how many times she takes. I will say, like, the only place where, I think she fumbled is, like, you don't have to...
You didn't have to bring it up to the bride. Then. Yeah. She shouldn't have told the bride, and then she shouldn't have, like, continued to argue with her. You know what I mean?
Just drop it.
Yeah, she should have been like, okay, and then she should have gone to McDonald's regardless. You know what I mean?
And my thing, too, is, like, okay, if your boyfriend told you that, if your friends told you that, made you feel bad. My thing is, I'm willing to bet somebody else at the wedding, another guest, did not expect to pay. I'm willing to bet. Because that's not a usual thing. Like, my thing would have been to...
Also, it was a coworker. Not even like a close friend or anything.
Oh, yeah, I fully forgot.
It was her coworker.
Oh, goodness. No, my thing would be, like, the likelihood of her... If she'd asked another guest...
I think I would have left. Said sorry to that man and left. Like you were there for the main part, right? So...
But I think if she'd asked the guest, I think she'd feel a lot better. I just feel bad that she had to take to Reddit when there's nothing here other than maybe the one conversation.
Yeah.
But wow, the audacity. I don't know why people take it so personally at weddings too. She's hungry. Dude, she's hungry. Go out of her way.
$50.
Just spot
for a
her the
meal.
50 in that minute too. And
Yeah.
just be like, oh, I'll see you at work. Here's the e-transfer. Like,
yeah. Or she could have like called her boyfriend up and be like, hey, can you send me some money? I have to pay $50 for a meal.
I guess it's like a.
But if they're in the
It sounds like
States,
it's
they
an
don't have.
e-cash thing. Because like if it's yeah.
Wait, but that's weird. You have to pay cash. Like you can't use your card to pay.
Well, my thing is then if she was short of money, why? It's like
Does she not have a
credit
card?
thing, right?
Interesting.
But I also think it's weird for like somebody to go around with the little thing with the the menu.
Yeah.
For you to tap.
That's so crazy to me.
I think it was all cash.
No. That's weird. That's
So
so
strange.
odd to me. Like, don't invite me to your wedding if I have to pay for something. That's so weird.
Do me a favor.
That's so
Just don't do
weird.
it. Oh my god, guys, this was really fun.
That was fun.
I think we'll share more of these. Please link us to any of these like really funny
Yeah.
ones. I'd love to see an Am I the Asshole that is like one that we disagree on, or more like you could really be on other side and not be completely
Yeah,
wrong.
the really controversial ones. Send us those.
Let's please.
Yeah,
I'd
we'll
love
do
a
a part
debate.
2. We'll do a part 2.
No, for sure. Yeah, guys, if you like this content and want to keep seeing our stuff, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe as
Yes.
usual. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and then we're on every
TikTok.
and TikTok and every other podcast app. We can go through all of them, but like stick with like Spotify or something, like or Apple Podcast,
Or Google Play, or YouTube,
I
or
just-
SoundCloud. Anyways, the point is we're out there, and you can find us quite easily. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.